Here's Kaepernick. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, this defense for the Ravens, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. To throw is Kaepernick. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Hey, check back 21. Check back 21. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid. Move. Hey, check back.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. A man who has done this a lot, Justin Houston, in there to record the sack.
It's now 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. They'll set up to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. This is Swift on the counter. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Kaepernick now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.
And a good catch there by Mark Andrews. And many think that paired with Lamar Jackson, they may be the best quarterback-tight end combo this side of Mahomes and Kelsey.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Escaping the pressure right. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Ravens.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. It's a first down and more for Dobbins. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play there out of the running game. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
Yeah.
backside guys,
Man,
that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then. And now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Jackson now. He'll buy some time right. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
14, Lions nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just know.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Hooked up by Brandon Stevens. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a 1st down, and he gives himself up there at the end. But I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Let's go. J.K. Dobbins. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Lions nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
I'm going back to you.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. And for the third time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available and incompletion as a result.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, for Lamar Jackson, we know all about how dangerous he is running the football, but he can really sling it as well, and he connects on a big one there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Ravens 28, Lions nothing. Justin Tucker.
Tucker down to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Odafe Owe in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Jack Fox now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded at the 33. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Malik Jackson on the stop. A 3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
Right there, 56.
On third and short, they'll try option left. First down and more for Jackson. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 55 yards. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more.
Ravens 35, Lions nothing. Justin Tucker to kick.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. He'll get this off to Swift. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. To throw, Kaepernick. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it'll make it a second down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Second and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, come on. No, we changed it. 56.
They'll go again with Dobbins. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. To throw is Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Hey, report! Report!
On first down, Dobbins. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
And it brings up third down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On the option, Jackson will keep it. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, report! Report!
Jackson going to hold on to it again. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time the defense was on to it.
And partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Now on 2nd and 16, Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21.
And I have to think that the Ravens are going to continue to find ways to get J.K. Dobbins the ball, and even more in the passing game this year. Just 18 catches as a rookie a year ago. Would not be surprised to see that number at least double in 2021.
Gotta do better. Hey, middle. Hey, Ozzy, shot. Hey, shot. Watch the ship.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. Breaks through the contact. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it is 42-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Kaepernick. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give them 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball. Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it? Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter. Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 22 yards. And the Ravens are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
49, Lions nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract. Kaepernick now on 1st down. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough. It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all. On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. 2nd and 6. Another run here with Dobbins. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a 1st at the Lions' 27. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Jackson on the keeper. Alex Anzalone on the tackle.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Oh, you got deep? Hey.
On first down, Dobbins, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 153 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one.